How's it going, everyone? Happy Friday, everyone out there. Did you enjoy the debate yesterday? Did you tune in? Did you enjoy it? I certainly did. That was a roller coaster ride. That was, a roller coaster ride, I guess, in the beginning and the end. The middle was pretty awesome conversation. But the beginning, it was like, all right, it's supposed to be Axis and Dip Catcher mostly, and then me just kind of like floating between, kind of like challenging both of them in different ways, on their perspectives on the EX and PX. And it turned into StreamYard's like, nope, not today. Not today. I couldn't stop the stream. It went for another 30 minutes or so, and eventually something stopped it. I thought it was going to go for a while after that. And then I couldn't see chat for a while. It was really strange. But that's okay, because it turned out great. I'm just glad me and Dipcatcher didn't get rugged on it. And we get to talk about a lot of fun stuff. Very excited today. I will keep bullish. This is not your war correspondent channel. I tend to not opine on a lot of things happening in the world as well. As you might have heard yesterday, I accidentally see what the price is from time to time based on Twitter. I usually don't look at the price charts, especially when I don't think anything's interesting happening with them. So I think that allows me to be the voice of optimism, rational optimism, to really focus on the bullish stuff, to talk to you on the technical side on a lot of different things as well, and to not be distracted by the noise and all the other unhelpful sentiment that tends to be around from time to time. So basically, this stream, I'm going to go for about 30 minutes or so. I want to talk about, I've been doing so many debates and stuff too. I haven't got a chance to really just do like a, hey, what's going on? Cool thing stream. So I got a ton of bookmarks, a few of them to go through. If you got any questions, put them in the chat, get to as many as I can. And no promises. I'll talk to chat. I'll talk to chat real quick. We'll get through Brizology. What's happening, man? Good to see you. Hopefully you're back on Briz. We'll see. We'll see if Briz takes part in another debate that I think will be pretty fun as well coming up. No expectations. PulseX conference, by the way, I'll bring that up as well. If you haven't submitted, I'll put the link in the chat, but it's coming up real fast in about almost exactly 1 month from now. Next month, this time, we will be doing conference stuff again. Real lot of fun. Beachwell, how's it going? Tam, good to see you as well. Good to see you. Crypto Dan is here. Evasive is here. Lucky Luke 369. Unit DeFi 369. All these 369 names. Pretty awesome. So we'll go through that, and then let's get into some cool stuff. Are you not bullish enough? Are you not? I mean, I think the last stream, honestly, since yesterday, having a conversation, I think I got even more bullish in some of the different hex stuff as well. I'm excited to see if price go up so much we get a bunch of emerging stakes, or if we have other protocols coming out that will incentivize people to do that if they have a good enough reason to, which is kind of funny from the principles perspective, because it's all in the game, right? You have the truth engine. You have, hey, if you merge and stake, this penalty happens. There's all these rules and stuff around that, how much you get back, and the waiting and time period and all that. There's HSIs, which again give you that ability to be like, okay, just kind of pass on the stake, pass on the T-shares, kind of liquidity. Some different protocols can do that too. Portability, transfer them, different wallets, all that stuff. So there's a lot of different things that can, there's all these different angles. That's why I love talking to it, and especially to someone who really knows the hex mechanics inside and out, like him. So that's going to be pretty fun. We'll see if the pegging, the emergency instickening, will the emergency instickening happen? That could be pretty interesting as well. And again, if it does, again, everyone out there who's you're trying to get the T-shares, that could be your goal. If you're trying to get the turn into USD, good luck with your goal. I think there's a lot of bullish momentum can kind of like ping pong against each other and compound the winning going forward. So again, it's not there's this. That's a lot of what we talked about yesterday. There's a lot of point in time stuff you can look at. Oh, this hasn't happened yet, or may never happen. I look at it as, hey, here's an interesting scenarios going forward. they are realistic. They could happen. And there's not a lot of reasons why they wouldn't happen. I think that's the coolest thing. It's like, why wouldn't PulseChain succeed? Why wouldn't that be one of Richard's top priorities as far as glory and legacy and all this stuff, all that goes to? Why wouldn't you build up a community just to, it's like we're so far removed from the dump on everyone narrative, or the dump on everyone theory, that we've already, it's like we moved on. That one clearly doesn't make sense in any way. So it's like, are we on the abandoning theory, where it's like, well, what if he just never comes back and never does anything and never promotes anything, or all these imaginary amazing things, imaginary horribles, the inverse, imaginary amazing things, they just never take place, even though they make sense. It's like, well, what if they do? I think that's more likely. So that's what I'm sticking with. So good times, everyone. We're talking about good times. Good times ahead, perhaps. Could be fun too. I want to bring up this one real quick as well. Again, a few pieces I want to hit on while we go through the fun stuff. Crypto Coffee shared a pretty interesting. I see one, no audio. I'm not on mute, so audio should be fine. Let me know. Okay, cool. About to say, I better not have been on mute that segment of it, because I said lots of things. So here's Crypto Coffee. Something Access brought up yesterday too, that I'm glad it did, because I hadn't even came across it. There are roughly $6 million in stablecoins back in the entire PulseChain ecosystem. So when you first read this, it's like, oh, I was like, but there's many more stablecoins on the bridge. Yes, there are 60 million, around 60 million on the bridge. If you're on the bridge, I'll give you the coolest link, on Arkham Intelligence for the bridge. There's a lot of great links there. There's also, let's do PLS. I don't think have I brought up PLS charts? I guess I haven't brought it up since Hexjita was on the here we go. Accidentally looking at price charts. Didn't mean to. There you go. Was on the show the other day, but he also had validators and a bridge section. So there's that part too. So yeah, he also has the bridge data on here too. So if we go over to Arkham, this is where you can see the inflows and outflows and a lot of fun stuff as well. If we load, and do I need to do the demo for the 10,000th time? Why not? What I like to do is go to inflow, click on the USD value, click USD here, and I'll put it at like 10,000. Don't you want to go to 10,000? You just don't want to do that. All right. No, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to start at 10,000. Okay. And then you can see the transfers. Again, several inflows and outflows and stuff. We're going to have the inflows here of the larger amounts coming into the PulseChain. It's got charts. It's got all that stuff as well. Come on, load one of my favorite sections, which is the holdings. There we go. So you can see on here, 20 million worth of DAI. You got 15 million USDC, 5 million USDT. So that's around 40. Yeah, I see 40 of the three major stablecoins. Missing something here. 40 million. Anyways, however many million. Yeah. So around 40 to 50, and then you have USDL. Yeah, so you got to go. See, we'll go. You're getting the full metrics on this one today. So all some of the key stat sites. If you go to Bridge on GoPulse, so it also lists the USDC, and then so we got 10 million worth of the Coast stablecoin as well. So that puts us. Let's see, 10, 15, 25. So that's 45, 60. Yeah, around 60. Is that right? Or 50? 50, 40, 60. Yeah, 60. Okay. So 10 million Coast, and there's also there's USDL and other stuff as well. So anyways, 6 million backing the entire PulseChain ecosystem. And it qualifies that with stablecoin and liquidity pairs, the thing that makes the number you like go up. So around 60 million stables on the network today, 50 million and all that. These stablecoins not in liquidity pairs are just sidelined or in stablecoin pools, just spectators waiting for risk on conditions. So that means 100x potential buy pressure exists without new capital coming in, which it will as prices go back up. PulseChain's underpriced. So that's pretty cool. That's a pretty like, like pretty cool way of looking at it. That's why I like, again, we have all these, the data is out there. How do we look at the data? How do we like look for bearish things? How do we look for bullish things? There's a lot of different perspectives and a lot of different pieces out there where you could say, hey, again, we're speculating. Nobody knows what's going to happen. But, if you think PulseChain's can be successful and you believe in it and the mission and you believe that's undervalued and all that stuff too, there's a lot of ways you can look at it and be like, if this thing happens, then real good, instead of just like, oh, the thing hasn't happened. It's been too long. So therefore it's never going to happen. And there's no guarantee. So I can't factor it in. I don't know. There's a part of me, the logical side, of course, is like, yeah, things haven't happened today. They may never happen. They can't be part of the certainty deal, but there is no certainty. And that's why I look at it too. There is no certainty for any of this stuff. There is a way to look at it that is based on things that may or may not happen. Just speculation, right? And there's a way of looking at it where it's things just kind of make sense. Again, this is the unreasonable. This is why I say is unreasonable. PulseChain won't achieve glory. There's too many things set up, too many pieces in place. We're too strong as a community. We have too good of products. Network's working, we have more than everything we need type of thing as well, for it to just be like, yeah, look at all that potential. It's just not going to go anywhere. I look at all the potential, be like, I think it's going to go somewhere. I don't know when, and I don't know where, but it's going to go. And that's what I believe, at least. So you figure out what you would believe. I can just talk about it and read these things from time to time. All right. So that piece was, I was actually going to look and see if we go to PulseX. So go realdefi.com. You can also go to pulsechainapp.com. Goes to the same place. If I want to look at the PulseX exchange or look at the stable swap stuff, I can click on exchange, big, beautiful X right there, and go to liquidity. Oh, no, actually go to info and then go to stable. And does that show, so how much do we have of the stablecoin pool? So we have like, not much. So it was like 2 million or something like that. So what is the yield? What is the, top pools. Okay, so USDT. So total, so 1.5, so 1.5 million, earning 3%. Do we have a historical chart of this too? Yeah, so it used to be, okay, so back in February, we had 3.5 million. I wonder if what was our volume back in February too? 3 million volume. Yeah, we got about 500,000 volume on stablecoin here. Topped out around 3.5 million. Yeah, down to 1.5 here. Interesting. So yeah, so around, if I'm looking at this correctly, so 6 million in stablecoin liquidity pairs. So I'm not sure if that's counting the 1.5 million in the stable swap. Let's see. Of all the coins, not liquidity pairs. Probably, yeah, I'm not sure. If not, it could be 7.5 million. All these stablecoins, not liquidity pairs, just sidelined the words. So if we counted that, it'd be 7.5 million. Still, very low number to what could be put to work and stuff that's already there today. So this, you could say, oh, it'd be nice if Richard, if we saw like a lot of the ETH and stuff bridged in, and yeah, I could totally see that sending a big signal. Like if any moves from that ETH happen, especially if it's bridged into PulseChain, that could cause like a lot of attention, and yeah, who knows from there, like people trying to front run a potential move they think is going to happen. But there's already a ton of coins on the network today. Who knows who own them? And a big portion of them, yeah, who knows? Who knows they'll be used to buy the core coins too. So there's already that much there. So yeah, quite a bit that is underutilized there as well. So I thought that was a pretty fun one to look at, and pretty like, oh, that's pretty interesting to think about as well. Let's move on. I want to talk about, I got like 15 minutes to get all this stuff in. I want to talk about bridges a little bit. So if you go to PulseChain.com, there's the, how to get started. It's got buy with bank account, ramp down, coast. It's got air bridge, which goes, actually, the bridge links goes to Gibbs.finance. Wow, okay. Doesn't even go to the PulseChain bridge as well. So if you go to the PulseChain bridge, you go to Go Real DeFi, click bridge, or you can go to bridge.pulsechain.com, of course. And this one, if you don't know how bridges work, there's like this minting, locking, burning type of deal. So if you're going to PulseChain, like you can lock the token, Ethereum, USDC, like whatever. You can prove, send, all that fun stuff, bridging in, and then it will mint. So they get locked on the bridge, and then they get minted on the other side as the tokens from PulseChain. And if you're going from Ethereum, if you're going back to Ethereum, it can burn the PRC, burn the token that was minted on the PulseChain side, and then unlock and give you back the original Ethereum token. Similar to that, a lot of bridges, they may work in slightly different ways and all that, but it's a lot of it's around like this minting, burning, similar to that scenario, locking, minting, burning type deal. So bridges, there's a whole bunch of different, what's easier to use, what can you do with them, what are the pros and cons and all that stuff too. And there's different pieces of security, and you have like what is it, like you have like bridge validator type stuff too, and how are the keys held, and multi-sig or not, and all that stuff. But yeah, so the bridges, so there's, it's interesting too, like Gibbs.finance. Hopefully I have them on the show sometime too to dive into this. Gibbs Finance, like all the people who are supporting Pulsing, Liberty Swap, all the people listed on here. Coast has been on the show, of course, as well, but Ramp Now. Hopefully I'll be able to dig into some of this with them. But this is another one. Actually, I don't know what this is based on. Let's see. Well, that looks like it's forked from something open source. So is it OmniBridge? So PulseChain Bridge is forked from OmniBridge. Let's see. What is this one? So we got bridge routing. So it's the code. Is the routing open source? Packages. What is this made from? Bridge edit. What is Bridge SDK? Gonna get a little bit technical for a minute, just trying to look at this. Bridge SDK. Yeah, it's based on this version of what they've deployed from, I guess, their repo. What is this? Yeah, it's a bridge contract, like just the same security assumptions there. Only difference is the final router contract with Ethereum has been swapped out. Modified implementation allows the router to actually be measured, increasing deliver tokens, maintain privacy. Interesting. For any reason, your transaction is not run in a timely manner, you can always use bridge.pulsechain.com to complete the bridge yourself and pay zero fees on the bridge. So does it just talk to the bridge contracts? Does it just talk to OmniBridge? That's what, because if it says you can just, like if the front end is not working here, it says you can go to bridge.pulsechain, which basically means you interact with that one to complete the bridge yourself and pay zero fees on the bridge. Interesting. Yeah, let me, Curious. I could just do bridge.pulsechain. Or what is the contract address that they use? That one's could be hard to pull up, but let's see. Or if I just look at their Web3 calls. Yeah, I'm not gonna do it on the stream, but I might dig into that a little bit. Just curious. Anyways, from ETH, so tokens, so on ramps to Ethereum. So yeah, it gives you a list of the different ones too. So interesting. If I select Coinbase, what does it do? Coinbase. Okay, so it's probably ask me to connect to wallet first. Okay. On-ramps to Ethereum, bridge to PulseChain. What about the other ones? ZKP. Okay. RPC bridge. RPC. So it's using RPC, Ethereum 1, Gammas, Binance. So it also supports BNB here. Let's see. Bridge. Transactions. Oh, let's look at bridge transactions for you. Yeah, play with this more. Anyways, it's it's listed as the bridge piece there. So definitely a big nod from RH or the PulseChain devs on that. Swap still going to PulseX launch. It's got the green candles, pumped out tires, and then mining Hex. So also talk about the 0x Coast and then Ramp Now. So 0x Coast, I mean that is the native PulseChain buy with bank type deal. Get 10 million CST on chain. So that's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool milestone as well. So yeah, shout out to them. They've been put in. That is a hard job. It's like, man, there's so many complexity with that. That's a lot of hard work. So really appreciate people who are putting in the work to build these platforms. So 0x Coast Ramp Now is a new one. So if you click Ramp Now, it actually, you're all seeing that? No, it popped up. Oh, yeah. Yeah, maybe it doesn't offer services. I know they have like, you can't really see it, but it says unable to offer service. So that may work based on where you live and all that stuff too. But the two, yeah, buy with bank account, 0x Coast, Ramp Now. Who knows what more we may get in the future as well. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I really like the options. There's so many people. This is what I love about the community. The community will go and build this stuff. And they won't just make tokens. Like everyone's just not making meme coins and just making like fork products and all that stuff too. And a lot of those, again, they can create value in communities and all those things. But there's always really appreciate people who are just building something that has like no financial, of course, like it's going to pump their own bags, but there's nothing like attached to it. It's just like, yeah, we're going to PulseChain needs the thing. We got to build the thing and then do it. So that is, it's pretty cool. We need a little bit of everything on PulseChain, and I really like that. So direct to fiat, you got 0x Coast, on off ramp, CST stablecoin 10 million there. Then you got Ramp Now. Again, may or may not be available. I think it looks like they have different payment methods and stuff there too. So again, who knows? We heard that within 2 months we might see some big marketing stuff. I would I'm excited to see what else updates that come out and PulseChain adds to the website too. And then you got PulseChain bridges as far as that goes. You got Gibbs Finance. So yeah, it does say, I think it does support multiple ones. I think it may support BSC as well. That's something I just need to look more into and see how it works. So pretty cool there. Liberty Swap. I think that's the cross chain. I think it does more. I don't know if it does. I think it does like base, the PulseChain. Let's do Liberty Swap real quick. Liberty Swap. Is it .finance? Yeah, so you got base to PulseChain, BSC to PulseChain, Arbitrum. Awesome. Everything but Ethereum, looks like. Cool. I mean, we got plenty of Ethereum options too. So there's that piece too. And what else we got? I mean, there's also Tokens Express. What is that one? Tokens. Actually, so a lot of these are listed. Let's go back to the PulseChain. So if you go to developer, PulseChain, where is it? Maybe let's go back to home and scroll down. Hexcod's listed here too. PulseChain dashboard. PulseChain.com is pretty cool. Like it's literally like actually has I mean, before it had a bunch of like text with actionable data, but now it's got like a ton of like really, really cool, like promoting a lot of like pieces to onboard. And of course it's got the price and stuff on here too. Where is it's a tokens dot exchange. Oh man, what is this one? Tokens exchange, PulseChain. What did I search for this? By the way, don't Google for these things. I have a security background, so I can like kind of tell more about these things. But tokens x.link. There we go. You can try to spell that and see if it's the other things as well. Tokens x.link. So Ethereum to PulseChain from there. It also has BSC. Cool. We got a ton of bridges, and we're getting more on ramps too. Like this is really cool stuff. So I like it. You can always buy ETH on exchange. Go to Binance, buy ETH. Go to Kraken, buy ETH. Coinbase, buy ETH. Bridge over to PulseChain. That's how you can do it. So very cool stuff. And privacy. We've seen some privacy stuff, but I'd like to see a lot more privacy stuff as well. So many bullish things. Are you not bullish? Hello, bulls. Hello, PulseChain bulls. How are you doing today, PulseChain bulls? Pretty fun stuff. All right, last one I'm going to go over. For you PulseChain bulls out there, put it in the chat. Appreciate you all, by the way. Can't get all the comments, but I will. See you next week if I don't. Probably, maybe this weekend. Who knows? If I get a chance. Something I posted. Actually, somebody asked me like, what are some of the bull? I said something, and then somebody asked, what are some of the bullish things? And I'm like, go watch the videos. I've been making all these videos about all this bullish stuff and all these things that could be coming. And they're like, I think they said something like TLDR type of deal. I'm like, all right, fine. Like I won't always do that, but I'm like, all right. You know, sometimes comments and interactions, like they do spur new, every once in a while they're motivating for me to be like, all right, let me go write down my thoughts real quick. So that's what I did. A few bullish things for Ethereum, PulseChain, and the macro environment. Fed may cut rates. Who knows? They might. Trade deals might get done. Hopefully, hopefully World War III doesn't happen and all that stuff too. And hopefully risk on, keep going up. M2 money supply, keep going up as well, which historically have been bullish for crypto. And again, you can make all these cases back, different directions too. But I think that could be good. Richard Hart saying 2 more months, we can see a huge marketing push. All the call center stuff, all the stuff I've covered on here before. Really, really cool too. Again, I've talked about like why it totally makes sense to build a super app, a wallet, but can do like a ton of different things from it to be that vertical integration type deal. So that could be really cool. I feel like I've talked about this so many times, but there's so many different ways to be like, wow, when ready, we could just be hit with every 2 weeks instead of like 2 more weeks. It'd be like every 2 weeks, new bullish thing, new announcement, new marketing, new marketing thing. Oh wow, the community built this new thing. Oh, PulseX upgrades. Oh, here's super app. Oh, now here's like we're leading up to super app. It's like it appears that a new GitHub repo has appeared, or a GitLab repo has appeared on PulseChain.com. And it looks like a wallet, and then all that stuff too. So it could be a bunch of exciting things again, like the old days, like the leading up to a PulseChain launch and Hex launch and all the stuff that if you're around long enough to experience was pretty fun, especially when the number went up. It's so much more fun when the number go up. So yeah, I'm excited for that to kick in again. Hex and Ink monetary policy in number go up mode. I think that's very, very interesting. Very, very, everything takes time. I think over time, and I hope we look back and be like, it all made sense. If you just didn't have the lens, if you just didn't have green candle syndrome, you could have been super bullish the entire time. And then afterwards, when, if all this stuff does happen, yeah, maybe it's obvious. SEC case, boom. Could give that, PulseChain more legitimacy, all that stuff in regulatory environment, which is, it seems like we're in a very, very good regulatory environment for that goes. Stablecoin bill passing. Again, whether you like it or not, whether you think it's a good deal or not. All the legislation around that could open up crypto a lot more, make it a lot easier for retail and all those pieces too. I'll scroll down because this is a new one I didn't even have on the list, and I just saw, I think, yesterday. Shopify partnership. I think you can buy things or even get a discount with if you used USDC. So, hey, I need a crypto wallet. Go to Coinbase. Maybe they get into DeFi. Like if you can pay with stuff with USDC instead of your credit card a lot, like that's pretty cool too. So I added that to the list. Interpol stuff, I've talked about it a million times. Again, that could be super easy to resolve. It may just take time. So go search RHMax, Retro Interpol. Go look at the clips and stuff on that if you want. BlackRock buying Bitcoin. It's like every other day I see like BlackRock, or pretty often BlackRock buying more Ethereum or rotating from Bitcoin, all that stuff too. And again, U.S. administration on crypto, the Trump sons, both of them, one of them, World Liberty Finance Organization, all that stuff. Got a lot of crypto, seems to be as well. ETH upgrades, institutional staking thing. I think that's, did we get something that said that staking wasn't a security, I believe, and that was like affected, like, oh, now institutions could stake ETH, and that might, again, that could be a bullish sign as well. And price hasn't ran. Price is still, you might say, in poopy town. That's what somebody might say. It's like I've heard so many great hits from him. It's kind of like run natural from time to time. Well, I imagine we're still 2,600 ETH price, 25. Yeah. So let's go to 10K. Let's get 10K. Let's get PulseChain to a penny. Let's do some 10,000 X's. Let's do all kinds of stuff. So it should be fun. Just look at chat real quick. 2 more minutes. Yeah. Glad you're bullish. Yeah. I mean, there's so many things, so many ways to be bullish. Like, why not? Like, if you believe something's going to happen, if I believe it's going to happen, if I believe these things are good and can happen, and there's ways to explain it and rationalize stuff, like, why not? Went 2 more minutes. Man, that'd be nice. Could be coming soon. Maybe call off guard if you're sleeping when PulseChain price and community and products and stuff go up. TPJW, would we get access back on technical difficulties? I don't know. I would like to do a part 2. That would be cool. I don't know if Dip wants to do a part 2. Dylan seemed very interested to go and talk to, so we'll see. I think we got some more debates and stuff coming up. We're definitely not done there. And yeah, it should be fun. Some of them just happen out of nowhere, and some of them kind of like take time to plan and all that. That's what kind of sucked about that, because I was like, man, that took some effort to put that one together, and then we just got infrastructure rugged. It's just, but it worked out. Although I would love to see Axis do it again as well. So we'll see. We'll see what we can do. So DJ Cryptomatic, how's it going, man? Booolish. I like it. I like it a lot. I didn't get to play the video. I said Rockets Up yesterday, and literally StreamYard didn't even play the video. Apparently that was let down as well. So you guys get Rockets Up today. Let's do Rockets Up. That's all I got for you today. Scivive and 5555. We're out.